Hi, everybody. Mr. Shins here. Tonight, it's Spirit Driver. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Thank you for joining me. This is a very special stream. I hope I'm a little bit under the weather, so I hope my voice doesn't sound too bad. We'll have lots of drink breaks, that kind of thing. But tonight, this is the last week of the Spooktober VN Jam, so I wanted to fit in as many jam games as I could within reason. So tonight we're doing Spirit Driver. The developers are standing by to do a Q&A with us afterward. And I'm very, very excited about playing this game. I have not played this game, just a disclaimer. This game, again, was recommended to me. It looks gorgeous. I love the music. I love everything about it so far. So yeah, let's dive right in. We're going to do... Oh, and Mistershins, hello. Welcome to the chat. You're gonna love it. Thanks. I'm looking forward to it. So this is Spirit Driver, and let's get started, shall we? Monday, October 27th. It's been a long day. As you finish up your shift, a well-dressed woman with a scar across her right eye enters the passenger cabin. You most definitely know who this woman is. Boss? You can probably guess why I'm here. Thought I wasn't on special shift this year. You weren't, but circumstances change. You gotta be kidding me. You know how it works. Special shift runs till October 31st, 11:59 p.m. Yeah, sure. And you still have to do your standard shifts. Botan, hello. Thank you for coming in. Woo! This is Botan. I'm getting too old for this shit. Yep. Look, I know you're hitting retirement soon, but as of right now, you're the only qualified replacement. I would have rated you, I just ended. No worries, Botan. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Please don't mention that I'm about to retire. I don't need that flag right now. Don't worry about it. Someone else already took the spot today. Remember, your choices have consequences. Good luck on all the readings, says Botan. Thank you, Botan. Nice to see you. Quick shout out to Botan. Botan is a very engaging streamer. Hop into the heartwarming world of Botan, where every stream feels like a cozy bunny. They're the champion of chill vibes, gaming giggles, and inclusive chat hugs, where each stream is a celebration of community and friendships. Guys, please give Botan a follow. Like how the driver you're replacing chose to go 6 feet under by pissing off some angry spirit today. On his birthday, too. What a dumbass. Even if they don't affect you directly, they can very much affect others. Now HQ is making me hop in every single vehicle assigned to the special shift for a quick retraining session. Not a bad idea. Maybe with retraining, someone else will actually live long enough. You know I don't need this. I feel like I'm the surly cab driver here. You know I don't need this. I do, but orders are orders. Either way, since I'm already here, head towards the northern residential block. Got it, boss. You start up the car and begin driving. Hi, Tree. Welcome.
Tree_84 just took the top spot.
Tree, thank you for redeeming first. You start up the car and begin driving. All right, let's get you up to speed here. Remember that during the special shift, your passengers will consist of more than just people. Spirits, ghosts, monsters, and whatever you can possibly imagine are now on your list of potential customers. Get them where they need to go, and you'll probably be fine. Feel free to talk to them. Just watch what you're saying. HQ covers the cost for all supernatural passengers. Any normal freebies are on you. Hello, King Okami. Any tips on how not to piss off an already angry spirit? It's simple. Just find the right words to say. Wow, thanks. Although these days, I've been hearing you can get a 5-star rating for just staying silent. But, we don't do that here. I don't think I'll be able to stay quiet the whole ride anyway. Perfect. Wow, he does seem... Our driver guy does seem like he could stay quiet. I don't know. Could just be me. I just met him. Well, let's give it a shot. Nothing you say here is gonna matter. I already know how you are. I'm a weeping monster with long claws and 2 times your height. I'm looking for somewhere isolated away from others, so I can cry my heart out. How do you respond? Excuse you, Shins, did you hear me burp? I burped into the mic. Good deal.
Yes.
Everybody could hear that. Excuse me. Yeah, I totally burped. I'm sorry. Okay, how do you respond? I'd offer to drive him up the mountain road. Ma'am, please shut up and leave the vehicle. I don't want water damage from all your tears. I think this is probably the safe bet. Better out than in, Sistry. Yeah, let's do the right thing. Pass the training, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna get yelled at to take this seriously if I say this. Ma'am, please shut up and... She's mad. If I were an angry spirit, I'd absolutely kill you. Hell, I might even kill you regardless. Anyways, I think you've got it handled. You don't get far in this job for no reason. Pull over here. This'll do. Remember, the special shift for you starts tomorrow night. Don't do anything stupid. I've had more than enough paperwork to finish. Good luck out there. Have a good night, boss. She exits the cab and walks into the local neighborhood. Well, here we go again. As the next day comes around, you finish your standard shift and find a local cafe to relax at until the special shift begins. It's getting late. Looks like the special shift is about to start. Try clicking on some things and don't forget the news. What's on the menu? No. What about this person? I have to stay. This is the cashier's just falling asleep. You look familiar. Wait, aren't you? Aren't I who? Me? I'm just a bartender that works down the street. What's up the stairs? Your knees creak at the thought of climbing those stairs. No, thanks. Okay, what's in the news? Tree says I love it so far. Stardew vibes. Yes, I agree. Full moon expected this Halloween. A full moon is expected this Halloween. According to scientists, this seems to be a relatively rare phenomenon that only occurs every 18 to 19 years. The weather for the 31st is currently expected to be clear skies with some cloud activity. Increase in paranormal activity. Recent social media activity shows a spike in paranormal activity-related content. Public opinion is torn on whether or not these sightings and recordings are real or fake. Some suspect that this increase may be due to Halloween steadily approaching. However, officials assure the public that all of these paranormal suspicions are simply a fad. Taxi crash, that's probably relevant to me. A local taxi cab was involved in a catastrophic accident, resulting in the death of the driver and leaving one pedestrian in critical condition. Witnesses say that the taxi cab suddenly spun out of control and flipped over several times. Authorities are further investigating to determine whether or not foul play was involved.
Atari Jaguar just raided with 3
Atari?
viewers.
Shout out to the Atari Jaguar. Hello, Mass Chief. Hello, Kitty Tobeans. Atari, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. You guys, if you haven't followed the Atari, he's the video game DJ. He's amazing. He has a wonderful, wonderful Alec Guinness impression. Hey, Shinzi Megami. Hello, sir. He also has a pretty amazing Christopher Lee impression. And sometimes the two spirits take over his body and they argue with each other. It's amazing. Atari, how are you doing, sir? Thank you so much for the raid. We're playing Spirit Driver, and we're going to have a talk with the devs here afterwards. Hi, Sleepy. Hello. Thank you guys for being here. Atari, if you need to go and, de-stream, etc., please don't feel obligated to stay. If anybody from Atari Stream doesn't know who I'm mistershins. I play games with stories. And we're playing Spirit Driver from the Spooktober Visual Novel Jam. And we're going to talk with the devs after. Of course I'm staying, says Atari. I didn't want to assume. Okay, we just read the news. Some foul play was maybe or maybe not involved with the taxi crash. All right, time to get going on our special route. Shift 1, Tuesday, October 28th. Start of a new night. Guess it's time to hit the road. Up ahead, you spot a figure frantically waving their arm, trying to catch your attention. He appears to be holding a helmet or something with his other hand, and he's headless? You drive up to the figure, coming to a slow halt alongside him. He rushes into the passenger cabin, slamming the door shut. As he begins to speak, you realize the voice is coming not from where his head would be, but from the jack-o'-lantern. Okay, what does this guy sound like? Ooh, thanks, Cabby. Now listen, this is gonna sound a bit crazy, but I lost my horse. Earlier, I was grocery shopping for a new one of these bad boys. Using his free hand, he pats his head. They didn't have any, unfortunately, but more importantly, I guess I didn't secure old Daredevil well enough, because when I came out, poof. So I was hoping you could help a fellow out and drive me around to look for him. Okay, he's probably a little more cowboy, a little less, yeah, we'll go a little more cowboy. Poof, says Wittershins. Sorry, pal, this is a taxi, not animal control. I think we're supposed to get these guys where they want to go. Hello, Kitty Tobeans. Oh, you're saying hello to Tree. Also, hi, Kitty Tobeans. I think we should do what the Headless Horseman wants to do. Sure thing. Where you want to start? Perfect, man. I think we should either start at the Irvin Monument at Washington Square or Sleepy Hollow. Those are some of Daredevil's favorite spots. Sleepy Hollow seems like... I mean... 6 of one, half dozen the other. Okay, let's head over to Sleepy Hollow. Heading out into the suburbs, you watch as condos and apartments give way to rows of townhouses and single-family homes. Tree says, Sleepy Hollow, yes! As your sightline becomes less and less obstructed, you see the distinctive canopy of Sleepy Hollow in the distance. A speck of nature in a city of concrete and steel. As you approach, you see the figure of a black stallion far in the distance, trotting alongside the fence, separating it from Sleepy Hollow as if looking for a way in. You're not the only one to have noticed. Your passenger quickly speaks up. Oh, I see him. Now just slowly pull up alongside him and I'll take care of the rest. I don't have time for this. I've already wasted enough time as it is. I'm flooring it. No. It's his horse. He probably knows best. Let's take this nice and slow. Horses spook easily, don't they? You keep the taxi at a steady speed, slowly gaining ground as the horse trots ahead of you, either unaware or indifferent to your presence. Your passenger sticks his head forward, whispering. Yeah, that's it. Just get ahead of him a little bit and then stop. I can take care of the rest. The taxi continues forward at a consistent, smooth pace, and as you overtake the beast now directly on your right, you push your trusty cab to decelerate before coming to steady halt at the curve of the sidewalk. Sleepy hello! In a slow and controlled manner, your passenger opens the door and steps out, calmly approaching the beast. He speaks in a hushed tone you can no longer make out. Not long after, he leads the majestic animal by the reins back toward you. Thanks, Cabby, you're a lifesaver. I mean it. Not many in this city would help a fella chase down his horse. Don't know what I'd do if anything happened to Daredevil. You take care. Maybe we'll see you around. And with that, you watch as the rider climbs atop his mount, affixes the jack-o'-lantern to the side of his saddle, and departs, leaving you with the silhouetted view of a headless horseman riding off into the sunset. Later that night. Break's almost over. Time to get going again. Right before you go to start up the taxi, you catch a glimpse in your rearview mirror of a chef desperately trying to catch your attention as he rushes over. Is this open? Yeah, I was just finishing up my break, so you're good. Thanks. I'm Clement. Clement? With that, the exhausted yet well-dressed chef enters your taxi, slumping into the back seat. His multicolored headband calls out to you with its green, white, and yellow pattern. It's a pleasure. Where to? Anywhere but this dump, please. Pardon? Sorry, intrusive thoughts came out. That was a bit uncalled for. Take me to 451 Promenade Road, please. You got it. You start the car and hit the road. As the old road disappears behind you, you hear yawns ringing out from the back seat. Your passenger barely catches himself as he nearly collapses from exhaustion. So, what do you do? Intrusive thoughts came out, says Tree. Not that any of us would be familiar with what that's like. You talking to me? Well, who else would I be talking to? Oh, sorry. I'm pretty out of it right now. It's been a long day. No kidding. You look like you could fall asleep any minute now. But yeah, I worked at the Megalo Celebration Mart. Really? You don't look dressed for the part. So what's it like working there? Yeah, what's that like? I don't know what a Megalo Celebration Mart is. It's about what you'd expect. Just dealing with customers, coworkers, or whatever, and the boss is the boss. Sounds like you don't really like working there. It helps pay the bills. You looking to move up or anything? I could. Doesn't mean I want to. Not exactly. I got something on the side. Oh, another job? Not a job. It's more like an inheritance. What's it called? You probably haven't heard of it. It's called CitrusSushi. Bit of a small shop.
CitrusSushi just rated with 10 views.
What? That timing was amazing. Hello, CitrusSushi. What incredible timing. You would have think that was planned. Shout out to CitrusSushi. You guys, the most normalist VTuber you'll ever see. Thank you for the raid. Hello, Hanyatan. Tis I, Clement, says CitrusSushi.
Narumi just followed.
Narumi, thank you so much for the follow. You guys, CitrusSushi is the author of the story of this game. So welcome, CitrusSushi.
CitrusSushi just followed.
And thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. And thank you for the rain. If anybody here doesn't know me, I'm MisterShins. I play games with stories.
NoodleDonut 404 just followed.
And there's NoodleDonut. Hello, NoodleDonut. You guys, these are the developers from this game. And welcome, you guys.
Hanyatan just followed.
I appreciate the follow, Hanyatan. So we were playing Spirit Driver. I play games with stories. This is, if anybody doesn't know, it's from the Spooktober VN Jam. And we're going to talk to these guys right after we're done playing here. So very, very happy to see you guys. Black, thank you for shouting everybody out. Appreciate that. Everybody should follow everybody. It's free. Wittershin says, totally nailed the timing on your... That was such an amazing... I was like, wait, what? Thank you guys for being here. Quite the super team, says Black. All right, we're gonna keep going. CitrusSushi has the popcorn. Do our very best. Okay, so it's called CitrusSushi. Bit of a small shop. You're kidding. The one on Dennis Street? I used to go there all the time. Oh, so you have heard of it. Wait, you were a regular? Yep, I used to go there a ton. Wow, didn't peg the taxi driver to be a connoisseur of our restaurant. Still am, not really anymore. I mean, why wouldn't we? It's sushi, right? It's gotta be good. Maybe? We're gonna say still am. You guys still have those little sushi guys? What were they again? Oh, the ones that jump and walk around? What the hell? Little sushi guys that jump and walk around? I've never heard of this. All right, here we go. Yeah, those little guys. Yeah. Is the owner still around? The owner? Well, that would be me. You're a little young to be the owner. Am I? I guess I am. It's been around longer than me, though. My grandfather owned it. That explains a lot. How is your grandpappy? My grandfather? He's still around and about, but he's getting old, so can't do too much. Retired then? Somewhat. He helps me out from time to time, or sometimes I'm just running the shop myself. Hasn't been performing well, to say the least. Not that it was any popular to begin with. Come on, that's not true. It's a nice place, got a homey atmosphere. Yeah? That's good. We appreciate your dedication to it. Can't say the same for everyone. So, why are you working at the Megalo Celebration Mart instead of running the shop? Megalo. It's gotta be Megalo, huh? The Megalo Celebration Mart instead of running the shop. It's a bit complicated. As those words leave his mouth, he stares ahead blankly, as if lost in thought. Actually, I lied. It's not that complicated. Can't get any customers to save my life. Even when they do come, they don't buy much. It's usually for a different reason. So I'd rather work at a dead-end job to make some money, since that's usually the case. Besides, the dues aren't going to pay for itself. So I had to get a different job to help the shop stay afloat. Sometimes I think to myself, why do I even try to keep it alive? You want my advice? The way I see it, you care for it, and that means something. Otherwise, what's the point? If you're putting in the effort, maybe it just goes to show that you want to do it well. At least, that's my 2 cents. Wow, we're so wise. You know, you have a point. At first, I just kind of saw it as something because of my family's wishes, but maybe I do want to work at it. Screw that old cushy job. I want to work at the restaurant. It'll die when I die. Attaboy, chase your dreams. Before it's too late. Well, I doubt the Megalo Celebration Mart job is any fulfilling for you now. You reach your destination. As you park at the curb, you address your passenger before seeing him off. Well, looks like we're here. Already? That was pretty quick. Thanks for the ride. Take care. Give the old man my regards. You should come by again sometime. I bet my grandfather would be real happy to see you again. Not a problem. I'll drop by someday. Good kid. Hope he finds a way to keep the restaurant afloat. It'd be sad to see it go under. And so the sushi chef, who had forsaken his birthright in favor of the Megalomart, went home. The next day, I'm surprised this coffee shop stays open so late. We get to know our cashier a little more. Oh, you know what? This is a good time. We are just 2 minutes out from our pre-roll being off. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick commercial break, cough a little bit, take a drink, and I'll be back in 3. Sorry to anybody that's behind the commercial wall, but I will see you in 180 seconds. Welcome back, everybody. All right. I'm surprised this coffee shop stays open so late. Who's getting coffee at this time? Thank you, Tree. Wait. Rose, what are you... Naomi, there's a weird-looking stray cat outside. It won't blink. Do you have anything to say about the menus? No, the stairs? I'm not going up there. Welcome back, dog. What's up? What's cracking? We have these these special shifts where we're picking up supernatural creatures, I guess. Aside from that, it's been a very long day. But it's okay. He said something about the window last time. Nothing this time. Let's check the news. Best taxi cab in the city. Went above and beyond. Headless Horse Lover 1820. Hey, fantastic. We got a good review. Murder at Megalo Celebration Mart? Uh-oh. Breaking news. A night shift employee was found dead in a storage area at Megalo Celebration Mart. With no first-hand witnesses or usable security footage, investigators are scrambling to find the culprit of this brutal attack. We will continue to track this ongoing situation and report the latest findings. Is anything clickable on the menu? Let me go back. No, doesn't seem to be. Is it supposed to be? Yeah, nothing is registering in the menu, unfortunately. Oh, wait a minute. So I went to a place that sells queso? Hello, NoodleDonut. Oh, so that part is right there. Oh, and maybe right here? No, the same thing. I'm gonna kind of look around. It's like finding a secret in a PlayStation 1 game. All right. Back to the news. Rise in amounts of local stray cats. Local parks and neighborhoods are currently overwhelmed with a large amount of stray cats. Some of these cats are assumed to be escapees from the recent break-in at a nearby animal shelter. Experts are attempting to find the main source of this sudden influx, but are assuring the citizens that there is no threat to public safety. Revolutionary new driving app, Drive-In. Oh, Drive-VN? Is this the end for taxi companies? The new app, Drive-VN, allows anyone to sign up and start getting paid at driving folks around town. Simply sign up, pass a background check, and you're good to go. Check back in a few weeks for an exclusive interview with the CEO. Oh no, that's not good, says Tree. All right. Here we go, on to the next shift. Shift 2, Wednesday, October 29th. Passenger sounded really anxious on the phone. This should be the address. Your taxi comes to a steady halt as you park in front of a row of relatively new condominiums. Looking around, you see no activity on this quiet street when suddenly the door opens and slams abruptly. Atari says, you think they have 9 lives, or is that just a cope because of all the abandoned kitties out there and that they breed like an assembly line? That could be. Oh my god, thank you for showing up so quickly. I'm Ariani. Can you bring me to Star Pet Supply, Coolsville Veterinary Clinic, Penrose Park, and then back here again? Whoa, slow down a bit there. Why the rush? Oh gosh, sorry, I just got back from work not too long ago. I got back and I can't find my cat anywhere. His name's Fives Brutus Pufferfish. The name is great. His name's Five Brutus Pufferfish. I'm afraid he ran away. We were going to move soon, and I'm afraid even if he does come back, I won't be here. I made all these posters, and I need to put them up around town. Tree says, Brutus Pufferfish, we need to find him. Five's Brutus Pufferfish. I'd run away too if I had that name. Okay. We can do that. Fare's gonna be a bit pricey with all the stops. I've got $14. I don't carry much cash. That's barely enough to cover one trip. It's fine, keep it. Let's see if we can find your cat, or... Sorry, kid, but this is only enough for one round trip. That's a perfect name. What's he on about, says Tree. It's perfect. Perfect name. Do we pay? I mean, we have to pay for this out of our own pocket. Find the cat, says Tree. Okay, Tree, okay. We're gonna find the cat. Okay, I put the knife down. Lord, we're finding the cat. We'll find the cat. Thank you. You don't know how much... Okay, enough. We should get going. Where do you want to head first? Atari says like 250 cats were born just now. Maybe find another one or get a new one? Atari, this is her pet cat.
There's only one Fives.
There's only one Fives. Brutus Pufferfish. There's only one. There can be only... Atari, put the knife down. Okay, we're... Star Pet Supply, please. On 30th in Barcelona. After a bit of driving, you pull into the bustling shopping plaza. It takes a little while, but you manage to find a parking spot a decent distance from the store. So what's here? Well, this is where we go for Five supplies. He only eats Mr. Muster's brand cat food, and this is the closest place they sold it. We'd walk here a lot, so some of the staff here are familiar with us. You walk your cat? Yeah, he enjoys walks. But sometimes he'd get tired and climb onto my shoulders. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm gonna head into the store now. Be right back. Isn't Muster's that fresh prepared brand? Bit expensive for my tastes. You better be here. I am stressed, says Tree. Yeah, we gotta find this cat. Tree's gonna have problems. A couple minutes pass before you see Ariane coming back at a brisk pace. The stack of flyers she went in with now noticeably smaller. Okay, so they haven't seen him, but they did let me put up some missing posters around the store. That's good. Where to next? Hey, I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for the remaining stops. No, we committed to this. We're committing. Also, Tree will get mad. The Coolsville Veterinary Clinic. It's on 25th. You start the engine, pull out from the parking lot, and head down towards the clinic. Do we check up around the neighborhood first? I mean, if I were a cat... Anyway, all right. So why the vet? If I was a pet, it'd be the last spot I'd run away to. My old dog would just hide here in the Word. You think, right? But Five's got along real well with the staff there. I think he and the vet got to know each other well during his operation and treatment. Treatment? The hell happened? Oh, when I first found Fives, he was in really bad shape. I had to stay with him all night. Since then, the vet's been checking up on him, making sure everything's okay. Oh, we're here. If you were a cat, go on Shinzabagami. I would prowl around the neighborhood, is what I was saying. I don't think I would go very far. Before you can inquire any more about what happened with this operation, Ariane has already sped out of the cab through the doors of the vet clinic. Not too long later, she comes back out with even less flyers than she had before. Any luck? No. They said they would call me if anyone brings him in, and they would send some posters to some of the other clinics. That's good, right? I'm sure he'll turn up. Which park did you want to go to? Hey, I'm sorry, but I really don't have the time for another remaining stops. No, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be with this person in their time of need. We have committed to it. Penrose Park. Got it. Does he not have a microchip says Tree tattoo? Apparently not. What's special about Penrose? This is where I found Fives. He was on the side of a trail I would walk. Something or someone left him there. He was barely moving and he was missing an eye. I brought him to the vet and they were able to help him. That first night, I was so scared he wouldn't make it. I don't know why. I just met him. That's just how it is sometimes. Especially with pets. What if he's hurt? What if something happened to him? Okay, just calm down. Panicking isn't going to help anyone. Listen, I have a sense of what you're going through. That dog I had when I was younger, he ran away too. I spent weeks worrying if he was okay, if someone kidnapped him or worse. Sometimes, there's nothing we can do. It's clear you love and care about him. We can hope he comes home or someone finds him. But life doesn't always work out. At the very least, know that you gave him the best life you could. I know I did. Okay, we're here at Penrose. Thanks. I won't be long. Take as long as you need. Ariane exits the cab and walks around the park. You see her putting up her flyers around before losing track of her in the park. A decent chunk of time passes before she returns, with only a few flyers left in her arms. Okay, I'm ready to go home now. The ride back is somber and silent. You keep your eyes on the road, only glimpsing back at moments. Ariane seems lost in thought with only the occasional glimpse out the window. As you pull up to the row of condominiums, she finally speaks up. Thanks for everything, mister. I'll be going now. Hey kid, wait a second. Hand me one of those flyers. I'll ask around during my shifts. See if anyone's seen anything. Arnie looks up at you and, with a small smile, she hands you a flyer. As she leaves, she speaks up once more. Thanks. From both me and Fives. Tree, thank you for using the your bits for the Gigantify emote. That is very kind. A few hours later. Slow night. Might just call it for now. Just as the thought of turning in early enters your mind, you hear the door to your taxi open up, followed by the shuffling of someone in the back seat. Turning back to greet your new guest, you're taken aback when all you see is a floating pair of sunglasses and a tie. Hi, I'm Griffin. That's the voice we're going with. I'm sorry, everybody. It's just how it's going to be. Pleasure to meet you, Griffin. Where to? The South Downs, please. The South Downs? That's a club downtown, right? The one with the well in the back? Yeah, that's right. I'm meeting a couple of old friends there to catch up. Sounds like fun. Shouldn't be too long a drive. As your taxi ambles along the asphalt road, the cabin behind you is deathly quiet, as if there's no one there at all. All of a sudden, your passenger speaks up hastily, as if embarrassed. Actually, just let me out here. I'm really sorry for wasting your time.
Ghost of Kermit the Frog.
Is this the ghost of Kermit the Frog? Maybe. You sure? Something the matter? Okay, you're the boss. No, he seems... Something's going on. Let's ask him what's the matter. Just from the movement of the tie and glasses, you can tell he hesitates before settling back into the seat.
I don't know. This was a bad idea. I should have just stayed home.
What makes you say that? Is someone you don't want to see?
No, it's not that. It's nothing. It's not something you should have to concern yourself with.
I'm getting my voices mixed up. I've been around for a good while. Picked up a few bits of wisdom here and there. Now, I can't see what you look like, but from your voice, I'm guessing you're pretty young and in desperate need of advice.
Are you sure? I really don't want to be a bother.
We have time to kill. The ride's going to take a bit longer anyways. My pleasure, honest.
I guess. And I see the irony, but I feel like I'm invisible a lot of the time. I doubt my friends would even notice if I didn't show up. Don't get me wrong, I love them all. We've been through a lot together, but a lot of times it feels like I'm just there. It's just like this pit in my stomach, and I feel like no one cares or notices if I'm there or not. And it feels awful.
Try talking to your friends. Sometimes you just have to get out of your own head. Oh, hugs for Griffin. Yeah, agreed, Tree. Yeah. I don't know. If they're your friends, you should be able to approach them for reassurance. How do the glasses and ties stay afloat on a ghost, does G-Machine? I think it's just an invisible person. But you know, maybe he's overthinking it. Let's go with this one. So he's naked otherwise, says Tree. Okay. I'm going to say it. Let's do the naked, says King Rokami. Don't get excited, King Rokami. Also, hi, King Rokami. Ghosts are naked? You didn't know? He's just an invisible man. I don't know if he's a ghost. Show us, Mr. Shins. Okay, I'll do my best. I think he is in his own head. Let's say this. Sometimes you just have to get out of your own head.
What do you mean?
He seems like a sensitive kid. Empathy's what he needs right now. Sometimes what people need is a wake-up call to get their life back on track. Just get over yourself. You're overthinking things. I think the empathy is probably more. Hi, Toma. Toma, thank you for using your bits to gigantify an emote. That is very kind, sir. He seems like a sensitive kid. Empathy is what he needs right now. There's never going to be someone who's a bigger critic of you than yourself. So true. No one's perfect. Everyone's got their own flaws and issues. But the person who knows the worst of it is you. And it's easy to get stuck in this never-ending cycle of self-loathing and self-criticism when your own thoughts are always gnawing at you. If your friends really don't want you around, they wouldn't have asked you out. It's okay to put yourself first sometimes. You shouldn't have to be miserable just to keep everything the same. Change is scary, but change can be good. And don't overthink things. What's that old saying? Never attribute to malice what can be explained by ignorance. There's truth in those words.
But how? How am I supposed to do that? I can't flip a switch in my brain to change how I think. If I could, I would.
There's nothing I can say that will magically make you feel better about yourself. There's something you have to want for yourself and work on. And in all honesty, having some trustworthy friends at your side can make that a hell of a lot easier. So maybe you should try having a talk with them.
How can I? How do you tell someone that what they've been doing makes you feel terrible?
Be straight with them. Tell them you need to talk. Confront them about it. They've wronged you. I don't think it's their fault. I think it's his perception. Be straight with them. Tell them you need to talk. If they're worth a damn, they'll listen. And if they don't,
you're better off without them. From my experience, most people try to be kind, but a lot of times people are dumb and aren't always aware of how they're affecting others. Okay, maybe I'll try, but it's really hard to talk about. Most important things usually are.
The remainder of the drive mimics how it started. Silence. You pull up to the South Downs Club. Looking to the passenger cabin, you say,
Well, here we are.
Toma, that is not true. You are worth all the stars in the sky, sir.
I've been thinking about what you said, and I think you're right. I need to have a talk with my friends, a real talk, and I have to work on myself. I don't know how things will turn out, but I know nothing will change if I don't do anything. I think I'm ready now. Thank you, Mr. Taxi Driver. I mean it.
With that, your passenger departs, gently closing the door behind him. You watch the tie and sunglasses head towards the club, moving with a shake of nervousness, but also with purpose. Not long after they enter, you lose track of them in the crowd. The following day.
Coffee here is pretty good.
Okay, check the menu.
Great prices, too.
Aha! This guy's been coming here a lot lately. Tree says, I take a lot of taxis and not one has given me any advice on anything. I'm jealous. This is a lovely game. I'm having a good time. Wasn't he also sitting in the same spot? Hey, aren't you that CitrusSushi guy? Yep, that's me. Haven't I also seen you at Megalo Celebration Mart? You're the guy walking around with that fancy tablet. Yep, that's me. Yeah, I stream every once in a while. Oh, you do streaming? Is it only No, I actually stream on... He whispers something into her ear. Oh, it's that funny purple website. Wow, this game was made for streaming on Twitch. That's amazing. Yeah, here's my business card. That's awesome. Okay, check the stairs. Nah. The window? Nope.
Looks like she made it all the way out here. Hope she finds him.
The lost cat poster? What's in the news? Megalo Celebration Mart under threat of bankruptcy. Megalo Celebration Mart is on the verge of a major shutdown. With the recent homicide, sales and foot traffic have dropped dramatically, even though this is typically their peak season. The store is now being run by a skeleton crew as most of the employees are too afraid to return to work. Will Megalo Celebration Mart survive this season? Find out by buying our newspaper, printed fresh, daily. Dat Mutt, hello. Has he clicked on the driver? I'll try. Record Halloween costume sales. This Halloween is gearing up to be one of the biggest ever. With the potential of Megalo Celebration Mart getting pushed off stage, Spectre Halloween has joined the battle. With their constant flow of brand new and fresh costume ideas, Spectre Halloween has been creeping up behind Megalo Celebration Mart, waiting for their time to strike. Who will win in this ultimate showdown between retail giants? And the missing persons report? Reports of missing individuals have increased since last year at around the same time of year. This has been an ongoing trend for several decades that has stumped local authorities. Historians say that this unusual shift in disappearances may possibly go back further than originally thought. Investigators are looking for patterns and signs for the cause of this phenomenon. Please contact local police if you see these individuals. Okay. There's a club that really likes their red aesthetic a few hours up north. I heard there was a famous freelance hacker that used to go there a lot. Not sure what happened to him. Maybe I'll drop by one of these days. Okay, I think we've clicked all that can be clicked. Next shift. Shift 3. Thursday, October 30th. See you later, Jerry. Good luck with bingo. Okay, time to get back out there. See if anyone needs a ride. Maybe tonight will be quiet. Might be able to turn in early for once. As if the universe could hear your thoughts, a voice from behind startles you, causing the entire taxi to jolt. Oh, God. I'm sorry I missed all that. Can I roll back a little bit? Hey, taxi driver, what the fuck? Yee, stop yelling, you're hurting my ears. It's rude to yell at your guests, you know? This is what we've chosen. I'm sorry, guys. It's just how it came out. Collecting yourself, you take a glance at your rearview mirror, seeing an abnormally large cat sitting up in the passenger seat wearing a sort of sports jacket. When did you get there? I hopped in when the last geezer left. So anyways, can you take me to the train station? I'm getting out of this dump. Wait a second. Sorry, but do you have, like, an owner or something? Hey, watch it. Oh, he's moving so fast. I gotta back up. Okay, back up. Oh, do I have maybe we can do text speed. Slow it down a little bit. Okay. Do you have like an owner or something? Hey, watch it. Do I look like an ordinary house cat to you? I don't need no humans. I can take care of myself just fine. I don't need anyone. Geez, sore subject. You sure? Because your mug reminds me of this poster a passenger of mine gave me yesterday. The hell are you talking about, geezer? I told you to bring me to the train station. Do your job. Fine. Just answer some questions for me while I take you there. Humor an old geezer, would you? Fine. You're Ariane's cat, aren't you? No, she was my human, but not anymore. I left her. Why'd you do that? I could tell what was going on. She was gonna leave me behind, so I left her first. You should go back. She really misses you. I don't think that's right. She really cares about you. We'll do the second one here. Don't try to trick me. I saw the signs. She was packing up all her stuff like my last humans. She was packing up all her stuff like my last humans. Before they threw me out. Threw me out like trash. Like she was going to. All the comfy beds, the big house, it was all gone. Just like that. What would you know anyways? She put in a lot of effort last night looking for you, putting up those missing posters all around town. Not every pet owner would get their pet's favorite food for them every time. I know she found you at Penrose Park and helped you get better. You're right, it's none of my business. Let's do this one. She put in a lot of effort last night looking for you, putting up those missing posters all around town. She thinks I'm like a lost toy, that I belong to her. Stop talking, you don't know anything. Not every pet owner would get their pet's favorite food for them every time. So what? My last owners bought Mr. Musters. They didn't want me. Your last owners don't sound like the type who couldn't afford a cab fare. Your last owners don't sound like the type who couldn't even afford cab fare. That fresh cat food is expensive. Stop acting like it's a big deal. It's just food.
I know she found you at Penrose Park and helped you get better. I didn't ask for that. I would have been fine without her. She didn't have to bring you to the vet either. She stayed with you the whole night even. Shut up. You don't know anything about us. You see my point yet? Tree says, Fives, how could you? Okay, you're right. I'm dumb. Are you happy? Take me back. I miss Ariani. I miss home. With a smirk on your face, you make a U-turn at the next intersection heading back into town, towards the condominium from the day before. As you get closer, your passenger suddenly starts to exclaim, Hey, stop the taxi! Let me out at the next intersection! Around the corner! Hello, Heartstream. Welcome, sir. Can I get a shout out for Heartstream? You oblige, parking right after the next turn. Before you can even ask what this is about, you see that your passenger has reverted back to the form of a normal cat and jumped from the window, leaving only his jacket behind. Looking out, you see him running towards a familiar sight, a young girl with a stack of flyers plastering them wherever she can. You watch as he pounces through the stack, sending flyers everywhere. As the torrent of paper settles, he meows loudly, now sitting in her arms. I'm well, Heartstream. How are you? It's so nice to see you here, sir. Fives, oh my god, I missed you so much. Where have you been? I was so worried. Are you okay? You idle for a short while, watching as tears stream down Ariani's face as Fives snuggles up against her. With a satisfied smile, you start up your taxi and drive off. 2 hours later. Oh hey, someone's coming over to the taxi. Is that a ghost guy? You witness a ghost billowing towards you and waving. As you stop, they immediately enter your taxi. Hey there, where to? I don't know what this guy should sound like. Anywhere is fine, just a drive. Hey, slow down there, what's going on? It's better not to question it. No, yeah, let's drive. Let's just do it. That's what these ghost guys are about. You got it. Without hesitation, you start up the car. All right, whew, thanks for that. Excuse me, do I know you? Clement. It's Clement. Okay. Clement? Almost didn't recognize you. Clement lifts the sheets to reveal himself before veiling his face again. Yeah, sorry. I just had to get out of there. Why didn't you just call for me? Didn't want to startle you. I think that might have been the least of my worries. What's up with the ghost costume? This? Oh, it's just to keep things festive is all. Also got me out of work. I never work on holidays, so I made an excuse to ditch. It's times like these I forget I'm working through Halloween. Days just meld together sometimes. Oh yeah. My grandfather was really happy when I ran into you again. He appreciated our talk from last time. He wanted to give you a special discount. Really? He doesn't have to. I'll still pay for all my sushi. He insisted. Don't mind if I do then. I'll stop by sometime. You hear a loud thud from the roof of your cab. Oh my god. A giant furry creature crashes through the window, slamming into Clement and knocking them unconscious in the process. Okay, what does werewolf sound like? Thought you could run from me, eh? A werewolf dressed in a trench coat with a fedora stares you down. The hell just happened? Where'd he come from? No sudden movements now. Keep your eyes looking forward. Wayminh says rip. Excuse me while I take a drink. Great. An unknown in the back seat. Is the kid all right?
You hear groaning in the back. He's dead, says Detmut. Yeah, he'll be fine. So is this a robbery or what? How did you get in exactly? I didn't even see you come in at all. Yeah, is this a robbery? We're being robbed? Not exactly. Robbing you would have had to be more complex. Never mind. I'd rather not know. Suit yourself. All right, good. All clear. Sorry about that. I needed to make sure you weren't being followed or watched, or that you were that body snatcher or something. You can relax now. I know you've got some questions, so let's hear it. Anyway, name's Biggs. Detective Biggs. Biggs flashes his gold badge at you. He's a detective? What'd you do with my passenger? What brings you here, detective? Official business. More specifically. Biggs cracks open a smoke. An investigation of a murder. So, about 2 nights ago, I believe one of your passengers was a young fella, amber eyes, about your height, wearing chef's clothes and a multicolored headband. Am I correct? How the hell did he know that? Sorry, client confidentiality. I'm a cabbie. I don't know if I have that. What about him? Wow, just like that. Well, if it's anything involving the cops, I wouldn't want to deal with that. What other people do ain't my problem. Fair enough. I'm here to tell you that your passenger may be a suspect in a crime. What did he do? It's what he didn't do. You saw the headlines, haven't you? Dead Megalo Celebration Mart employee. The whole company is in deep water now. Probably explains the costume from earlier. Excuse me while I take another drink. That's pretty serious. What did that have to do with my passenger? Victim was last seen Tuesday, working the night shift. However, they never clocked out. Your passenger was working the same shift and should have noticed something. Is the werewolf Jack Nicholson? Did you catch it, Tree? Yeah, I decided he's Jack Nicholson. That's my casting. It's a cold read. What do you want? Maybe there's a cab driver code? Maybe. I don't know it, though. It wasn't in the game instructions. He gives that vibe. Strange, he didn't say anything about a missing employee. Sounds real serious. It does sound real serious. Fool, thank you for the lurk. Especially since the Megalo Celebration Mart is pretty big on festivities like Halloween. Are they really? I figured they were just a glorified party store. Well, to each their own. Interesting. How well do you know him? I don't know him personally. I just go to his grandfather's sushi place from time to time, which he now owns. My heart is done, Mr. Shins? Oh no, fool. Oh no. What's the place? CitrusSushi. Very interesting. Haven't tried the place, but sushi sounds good. Could go for some right now, actually. You see Biggs write down on his notepad. So what's gonna happen to him? Well, we don't know where he is, but we're gonna process him and assess if he's the culprit or not. Might or might not be out the day after, it depends. Anything else you wanted to add? Was there? Should we turn him in? Or not? I mean, if he killed somebody, it's pretty serious. But but I don't know. He doesn't seem like a killer type. It's not my job. Not that I can think of. Oh, sure, not a problem at all. Happy to help. Clement groans beside Biggs. The hell? Oh, shoot, sorry. Didn't realize there was someone else here in the car with us. Oh, yeah, he was here earlier. I think he's out cold. You want me to take him off your hands? I did just sit on him. Oh, that's all right. I can just take care of that. You sure? All right. Big shrugs. So according to you, Clement was here in this taxi when the murder occurred. But eyewitnesses placed him at the scene of the crime after hours. How can a suspect have an alibi and be at the scene of the crime at the same time? I've got it. I'm not looking for a normal murderer. My culprit must be someone who can assume the appearance of others. Take me back to the station. I think I've cracked this case wide open. The only necessary thing for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing, says Gene Machine. What a coincidence. We're approaching the station right now. Appreciate your cooperation. Have a good one. I guess I should drop Clement back at home. And so, the werewolf detective caught the true murderer of the Megalo Celebration Mart case. Yay! A shapeshifter impersonating various people, including Clement. Clement was cleared as a suspect and was fully committed to ensuring the CitrusSushi restaurant was thriving. The day after. Here it is. One last shift. Oh, we're already at one last shift? This went so quickly. And then I ate the queso. I think they've definitely noticed me at this point. Maybe I should move over a seat next time. Maybe he just really likes our Halloween-themed drinks? What if he's interested in my experimental homemade spicy aged pumpkin quadruple latte with a fried egg on top seasoned with exotic spices wrapped in a tortilla with a side of fish sauce? Let's not experiment on our customers. He's still here, in the exact same spot. This isn't some sort of horror game, is it? Oh, that's awesome. Stairs? No. Okay. All right. For a limited time, new customers get 10% off their entire meal only at CitrusSushi, 1602 Dennis Street. Full moon viewing event at Town Hall. Happy Halloween, folks. Looks like the skies are mostly clear tonight and everyone will be able to see the full moon. Join us at Town Hall for festivities and activities. Telescopes and other freebies will be available for attendees. Craig, hello. Welcome, sir. The Megalo Celebration Mart murder suspect caught. Local authorities have arrested the suspect who has been believed to be responsible for the recent murder at the Megalo Celebration Mart. The suspect was said to be an imposter posing as an employee. There will be a trial in the coming week. Stay tuned for more. CitrusSushi restaurant grand reopening. After a year-long hiatus, CitrusSushi, a returning sushi restaurant, has unveiled its grand reopening at the end of the coming week. Join the grand reopening for complimentary appetizers. Don't miss out on this culinary return. I think we're doing good. All right. On to the next. Shift 4, Friday, October 31st.
Late start today, huh? It's finally Halloween.
10% off on the sushis that Walker and Jumper around, says CitrusSushi.
One last shift, just in time for the weekend.
Before you have the chance to even start looking for potential passengers, a woman enters the passenger cabin. She begins to speak before you even have a chance to respond. Hello? She looks at you expectantly.
Hello?
Your response sparks a light in her eyes. Hi, my name is Stella. Could you drive me to, could you just drive me to Mount Aurora Hospital, the one by the Thousand Peaks College?
To the hospital? Are you hurt?
I just need to get there. No rush. There's someone I need to find.
Sure, as long as you can afford it.
Oh, yeah, I can afford it. She awkwardly shuffles in her seat, clearly showing some form of discomfort to the question. She's lying.
I can tell you're lying. You don't actually have money on you, do you?
No, but I swear it's because I actually don't have any money. I wasn't trying to be malicious or anything. I really do need to get to the hospital.
I suppose it's not that far. I could look for other potential passengers on the way there as well.
All right, well, you let out a deep sigh.
Let's get going then. But don't expect this to happen again.
Thank you so much, sir. As you prepare to drive down the street, you catch a better glimpse of the woman through your rearview mirror. She should be illuminated by the streetlights, but it seems like the light is passing straight through her, as if no one was there.
You're not exactly alive, are you?
She jolts in her seat from the question. Taking a few seconds to finally regain her composure, she responds, No, I don't think I am. But at the same time, something is telling me that I'm not exactly dead either. Sorry for not being upfront about it. I was trying not to startle you. I didn't think you would even respond to me.
Well, you picked the right cab. This is just another day for me.
This is normal?
Anyways, what happened to you?
You start the car and begin to drive. I think I was in a car accident. I saw a taxi of some sort. It looked similar to this one.
A taxi similar to this one. That must be...
When I woke up, I was lying in a ditch on the side of the road. I thought the people were ignoring me when I tried asking them for help. At some point, I realized that they couldn't even see me.
And you've just been wandering since then.
She nods and looks away, slightly shaken from having to present the truth. Must have been rough. Wrong place, wrong time, huh? Must have been rough.
It's all right. I'll get you to where you need to go as soon as possible. Shouldn't take too long. Oh, don't worry about the fee.
Really?
Really. Our company covers the cost for situations like this.
Well, thank you anyway. She pauses for a moment. Wait, for situations like this?
So, you mentioned that something was telling you that you aren't dead. Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
I felt something pulling me towards the hospital. I figured that if I'm not quite alive, then maybe my body could be in there. But I was too afraid to go in, so I ran away. And now I'm here. It's been a bit, but I think I'm ready to see what's in there now.
What do you plan to do once we get there?
I'm not sure. What could I even do like this?
If I remember correctly, you should be able to simply just reconnect with your body when you find it. However, I'm not sure how much longer you have. Never thought that extra tidbit of information they threw at us in training all those years ago would come in handy now.
How do you know all this?
That's classified.
She looks defeated. Ah, must be an NDA. I get it. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back.
Why not?
I feel so lost. I thought that once I could get a real job that my life would be set. Classified, says Tree. But instead, all I got was endless paperwork, pointless meetings, workload upon workload. The stress made me feel like I was about to snap in two. And to make it all worse, everything I was doing was starting to feel meaningless. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere. I'm just so tired. I don't want to think about any of it anymore. That's just how it is now? Oh. There are other options out there. Let's be a little hopeful. This is... yeah, I felt like this before. But there are other options out there, you know.
The 9-to-5 life isn't for everyone. Besides, I think it's normal to snap at least once in your life. You learn a lot about yourself once you get out of it.
But even so, this whole thing almost feels like a dream to me. I could go anywhere, do whatever, and be worry-free until my time comes. Only once? Tree. Maybe not only once. It's strangely peaceful. The taste of freedom is overwhelming. I almost want to stay like this forever. Although I guess I can't really talk to my family or friends or really anyone. But they already can't talk to me anymore to begin with, so what changes? I don't want to be a burden to anyone anymore. What if this whole thing is a sign for me to go? To disappear? I don't think you're as much of a burden as you think you are. If that's really how you feel, then I won't stop you. Let's do the top one.
You have friends and family around, don't you? I'm sure they would like to see you again. And if you're ever unsure, you should ask them directly. If it really was your time to go, I don't think you'd have the chance to wander around like this. A lot of people would give up everything for a second shot at life.
She takes a moment to consider all the input you've given her tonight. After a few minutes, she looks up with a face filled with determination, showing that she has made a decision. Does the driver give you Commissioner Gordon vibes? I wish I'd thought of that, Craig. She glances out the window towards the sky, commenting on the full moon in an attempt to lighten the mood a bit. The moon looks so beautiful tonight. I've been walking around for a few days now, thinking about what I should do. Every night I could see the moon shining in the sky, almost like a guide. It helped me feel not so alone. It reminds me of something I used to think of as a child. Have you ever looked into the night sky and wondered if the moon was really just following you around? Of course, that was when I was just a young child, but it's a comforting thought for me right now. Yeah, I thought something similar when I was younger. Do you still believe that? Yeah, reminds me of like Harold and the Purple Crayon at the end of the book. If you've ever read Harold and the Purple Crayon, he can't find his home, and he draws a window around the moon in order to remember what his bedroom was like. Like the moon is there the whole time. Yeah, I thought something similar when I was younger.
Though I can't say the thought has completely gone away.
A soft laugh escapes her lips. Wait, so you still think the moon is following you? Speaking of which, I hear that's supposed to be quite the rare occurrence, a full moon on Halloween. What are the chances of that?
Supposedly it happens every 19 years or so.
Really? So this is my first full moon Halloween. I'm not even alive to see it.
Well, you're not quite dead yet, and you still saw it, so consider it a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
She lets out a small laugh. That's one way to think of it. The hospital comes into view as you arrive at the location.
All right, kid, here we are.
Thanks for the ride, sir.
No problem, kid. Good luck out there.
Stella steps out of the cab and closes a door. You watch as she disappears beyond the hospital doors, her fate now completely out of your hands. And so, she would wake up a few days later, greeted by her tearful friends and family who awaited her return. Shortly after, the cab door suddenly opens again. A large mass enters the passenger cabin. It's the moon!
Hello there. You let her to me, didn't you?
I love that we have the Moonlight Sonata here in the background. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm going to just take a quick drink. All right, thanks for waiting. Sorry about that.
No.
What's the moon sound like? I don't even know.
Come on, it's not like you would have left her out there anyway, right? Plus, your organization covers all the costs anyway. I merely gave her an opportunity and you get paid. What choices she makes from here on out is on her. Why is it that every time you get a chance to come out, you involve me in something? Hey, I only get a chance to do this every 19 years. Plus, I only involve you in things that get you paid, and you're fun to be around.
I guess it definitely hasn't been boring whenever you drop by. Well, you're annoying to be around. It's the moon. Is the moon annoying? Maybe so. It hasn't been boring, that's for sure.
And I do get paid. Suppose it doesn't hurt. See? You enjoy it too. Aren't you glad I'm around? Also, what's with this music? It's so dramatic. Can we change the station?
How about something jazzy, romantic jazz piano? Piano happy, dance? How about some lo-fi, midnight lo-fi chill cozy? Something relaxing? The Luna piano, relaxing calm? No, I'm enjoying this song right now. Craig says, if the moon gets sad, does that make him a blue moon? I believe it does, Craig. Also, this has been Dad Jokes with Craig. Let's go. I'm always up for some jazz. Let's do some jazz.
Jazzy? I'll never get tired of jazzy music. Here we go. Something less dramatic. Anyways, the usual drop-off.
You start up the car and begin driving.
Yes, sir, straight to the mountains. Remind me why it has to be the mountains again. It's the highest point around this area. That means it takes...
14 views.
Oh, Jazz. Shout out to Jazz. Jazz, thank you for the raid. You guys, please give Jazz a follow. Whose bio says, don't worry about it. Jazz, how are you doing? I heard you like Jazz, says Wayminh. Yep. And we just got raided by Jazz. What is going on with the raids tonight? You guys, if you haven't followed Jazz, she is incredible. She plays a lot of Warzone. She's also she plays other games. She builds Legos. She's really, really fun. Jazz, thank you so much for the raid. Rect, hello. Where's the thermostat? We don't have redeems tonight, Rect. Does she play Jazz? I don't know. She might. She builds Legos. Yeah, she builds Legos on stream, and it's one of her hobbies. It's very cool to watch. You have my undivided attention, says Craig. Anybody from Jazzy's community who doesn't know me, my name is mistershins. I play games with stories, and tonight we're doing a Spooktober VN Jam game called Spirit Driver, and right after this we're going to have a talk with the developers. Give me the thermostat, says Rect. It's not happening, Rect. Not until Friday, probably. So yeah, Jazz, I know that you usually need to get going and de-stream, as they say. But thank you so much for the raid, and thank you for being here. No pressure to hang around, but we appreciate you sharing your community with us. All right, can take a quick drink. Craig has his blanket, so we're good to go. That means it takes the least amount of effort for me to return home from there. So you don't really need me to drive you there. Nope, but I'll always take a free ride. Not by me. After a few moments of silence, it begins to speak again. Do you remember the last time I was in this taxi? People used to be afraid of the idea of a moon spirit. It takes a brief moment, recalling its memories. Jazz says, sorry, I got a call, so I wasn't able to hear anything. Still on it, but thanks for the shout out. My pleasure, Jazz. Jazz, thank you so much for the... Excuse me. Wow. Thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate you. I imagine that you are probably going to bed, but if you're not, you're welcome to hang out. Thank you again. Appreciate you being here. The moon takes a brief moment, recalling its memories. Although, that might have been my fault. You know, I never did figure it out. What exactly did you do? I may or may not have chased some students through school during their little test of courage. Ah, so that was what started the rumors. I just wanted to say hi, but they ran so fast. One of them even tried to fight me. What a brave little guy. You know, you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, but sometimes rules are meant to be broken. He let out a long sigh. I swear I won't do it again. It was just a one-time thing. I just wanted to spice up their annual Halloween event. But instead, a rumor of the evil moon spirit started spreading. It's all good. I've got time to clear up that reputation, no problem. But anyways, did you hear what Stella said about me? She said I helped her feel less lonely. That I was like a guide. Maybe people finally see me as more than some evil, all-consuming moon. How did you even find her? I saw her wandering around, lost and confused, so I thought maybe I'd throw a hint here and there. Eventually, when I saw you nearby, I just had to lead her to you. There's no one better for a case like this. That is true. I'm not sure my coworkers would have caught on in that situation. Craig says, I just realized it's Sway playing on the radio. Yep. Toma says, see you around. Toma, are you going to bed? Good night, Toma. Well, come on. So what do you think? Did I do a good job? I suppose you could say you're a guide of some sort if that's really what you want. You're just a stalker. That's rude. Yeah. Oh, shall I make it my new title? How about it waves its hands in front of it? The Celestial Guide. I like the sound of that. Huh. I think the Moonlight Menace is more fitting. It does have a certain ring to it. You're welcome. What do you think of my performance this year? I super polished myself just for tonight. I even asked my friends to clear up the weather. I think they did a great job. Boom roasted, says Tree. Don't you ask them every time? I do, but sometimes they're busy with other things. But that's okay. I'll just keep trying. I should be around for another 15 billion years or so. That sounds about right. Oh, that sounds about right. How do you even keep track of that? I don't. You guys are pretty good at tracking my age, so why should I bother? And what if we're all gone? I haven't thought of that, actually. Keeping track of my age wasn't even a concern of mine until you guys popped up out of nowhere and said, "Bam! You have this long to live. You have this long to live." Now you have your fancy science and technology, or whatever it's called nowadays. It's still the same. It tries to speak under its breath. Nice, that was a pretty good guess. You humans are so interesting. Tree says I don't keep track of my age either, Mooney. Speaking of humans, you're aware of normal human activities, right? How do you think the turnout for this year was? Surely people are in awe of my grand display. Everyone's looking at you. I think you were even in the paper. No one is looking at you. It's just another full moon for us. Happens every month. I think it's in the paper. Full moon on Halloween. Really? Nice. I think I really nailed the look this year. Looks like all your prep paid off. Well done. As your conversation wraps up, you can see the observation point at the peak of the mountain, where the road ends. All right, here we are. It opens the door and pauses for a moment before exiting the cab. Thanks for the ride, old friend. I might not see you in 19 years, but I'll be around. Just give me a holler if you need anything, and I'll see what I can do. Bye, buddy. See you around. And so came the end of Halloween. As you step out of the cab and pull out an expensive cigar, you take a look at the sky. The full moon shines brightly, lighting up the scenery around you with a beautiful glow. It's not a bad way to start off your retirement. And with a puff of your cigar, your final shift is over. Thanks for playing. We did it. That was amazing. Tree, thank you for using your precious bits. All right. So, we're going to take a quick break because our pre-roll is off. And when we come back, we're going to get levels and talk to some of the developers. So I will see the developers in Discord, and I will see you guys in 180 seconds. Yeah, we just have about 45 more seconds. I'm just checking everybody's levels. Looks like everybody's coming through pretty well. So,
testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Craig says, "Hello, Chaos, my old friend. We can hear everything," says Gene Machine. That is okay, Gene Machine. Lore, hello.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, you'll wake up at night randomly and just have that memory pop up.
It happens all the time already, man. Oh. Whoopsie.
All right, 10 seconds and we're back from ads. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over. Hopefully that works. Experimenting with hotkeys here. So, welcome back, everybody. Sorry my voice is giving out a little bit. I'm trying to... It's giving out towards the end there. I want to welcome the developers of Spirit Driver. We have... is it graduisc?
That's yep.
Graduisc did the art. We have Mashu, who also did art and story. We have NoodleDonut, who is project management, story, programming, art. Sushi, who did story as well, correct?
Yes, that's right.
And Wayminh, who I'm not sure what Wayminh did the story, programming, and art as well. And Niji, who did music for the menu in the cafe. Did I get it all right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for taking this time, for sharing your work with us, and coming to talk with us. This is really, I think it's really valuable to our community. I think it's hopefully these little sessions kind of create something of value for people that lasts down the road. So I just want to start off, and if I've never interviewed so many people at once, so this should be interesting. But we'll try and moderate as well as we go. But I first want to know: is this your first jam?
No, this is not actually. Well,
It's our second.
For Daryl here, he's got way more jams on his belt. But for a lot of us, this is our second jam.
Oh, okay.
But our first Spooktober.
First Spooktober. Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you guys decide to tackle Spooktober?
What happened? We were in a break.
I think it's like we just wanted to try our hand at Game Dev, and we figured now is as good as time as any.
It was okay. We were working. It was a couple of us. We were working at a convention, and we were in the break room. And Noodle brought up the Spooktober Jam.
Hold on. Working at a convention. What convention? That's interesting.
Come on down to Fanime, San Jose, California.
Okay. Fanime, San Jose. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So working at an anime convention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go. Sorry, I was totally rudely interrupting you, but go on.
It's all good. So we were in the break room. Noodle brought up. I think he saw the Spooktober game jam. This was like last May, and we just started like talking and workshopping a bit for what the game would be and what we could possibly do, and we kind of just worked a little bit there, and then we didn't really do too much work until maybe the like 2 or 3 weeks before September. Then we started like, okay, we got to do some pre-planning.
Yeah, it was a lot of like story, like what do we want to do with the story, and like super early concept art.
So that concepting happened, like, was birthed in an anime convention.
Yep.
That's very interesting.
And we were all just dead tired.
I think that's the story of this jam and mini jams. So you guys have all done some jams before. How did you generally get interested in doing game jams?
Or, I mean, a lot of us wanted to try just making games in general, but we didn't really know where to start.
That is such
game
a
jams to be a good spot.
That is such a common thing. And I think one of the big hurdles for people to get over is that, like, if you want to get involved in this, you have to go search around and figure out where to go, and there's not like an official way. So how did you guys end up finding Spooktober?
I think I was just looking around for game jams, and it just caught my eye.
And were you looking around on Itch specifically, or other places?
It was on Itch, and I think I saw like a video about it on YouTube. I don't remember who it was from though. There was someone who was like a judge and was talking about one of the previous events, I think. Oh
wow, okay. Wow. Well, I feel so lucky that you guys did it, because it was such a pleasure playing this game. Really, really enjoyed your work. Reminded me a bit of are you guys familiar with Valhalla?
Yeah.
We had numerous references to it.
Oh, okay. I haven't finished Valhalla, but I started playing it and I really like the style of it. But it's kind of a hard game to stream because it's so long. So you really have to do it over a long period of time. But it really, I really, if that was an influence, it reads, and I feel like it's a really good influence, a really nice inspiration.
Dude,
Were there?
Sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
No, I was just gonna say I'm begging you, please finish it, please, please, please.
I will get back to it. I will do it. I need that push though. So now that you've said it, I'll definitely do it. Besides that, were there any other inspirations behind Spirit Driver?
I think Sushi. I think you should take this one actually.
No. Okay. So they needed an idea for the game, right? So it's kind of sitting in the back for a while. So I came up with the idea like, hey, why don't we have like a taxi, like just something in the mundane job, right? Because I really like Papers, Please. This is an idea that I've been cooking for way before this jam. So, but I never got around to do it. So it was just an idea of like making a game that involved like a mundane job. So like Papers, Please, you play that. Yeah, a border patrol worker, right? And it's like, oh, that's like really boring. But like you put enough game mechanics in it, and you suddenly have like a really interesting game, right? Even though like the concept is like, oh, whatever. So that's where that kind of came from.
That's a great observation too. Well, I mean, and jobs, our day-to-day jobs, it's kind of like, I mean, we spend a lot of time in our jobs. It's kind of like where life happens. What a great concept for a visual novel, because so much of life happens when you're working, doing the mundane stuff.
That's right. I just finished watching that. At the time, I was watching an anime called Odd Taxi. So the idea.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Oh, you seen that one? Okay. You know what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So it kind of like just occurred to me as like, why has nobody made like a taxi game yet? It was like, it just kind of like dawned on me. So I kind of like looking around like, wow, nobody really like actually made this yet. I was like, that's like could be interesting for something. But of course, I didn't get around to make it yet. So when this game jam happened, I was like, oh, I'll just throw out the idea and see if anybody would want to try it out. And so it's kind of really cool that everybody really got together and just kind of made the idea happen, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. You guys have a pretty big team here too. So can you guys kind of, how did the making of it happen? Can you guys kind of walk us through the creative process? Where do you start with a game like this? What happens first?
The idea. I mean, without the concept, none of this would have happened at all. But
yeah, we kind of just started back to the break room. We were just spitballing and just writing stuff down on a notepad.
Yeah, a lot of early concepts, and actually a lot of it was thrown out and reworked.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Was there a lot of like thrown out as in like scoped down, or was the whole concept kind of changed at some point?
I think scoped down.
I think changed a little bit because I remember initially there was, I think we wanted to go with a bit more of a serious tone, and that was like at like very first, and then we I think slowly shifted towards the more the current vibe that we had going on.
This kind of cozier, some lighter moments.
Yeah, it's all about that. Like if you want to talk about the moon, what you originally wanted to do with it.
Originally, the whole premise for this I think was supposed to be a bit more spooky, but we decided to go with something more casual.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then in terms of like the downscoping, we had some mechanics in mind, like maps and routes and suggesting locations and all that, but we decided to not go that way because for one, we weren't good enough to do it in the short amount of time, and it didn't make the game flow that well.
I see. So flow became a consideration that kind of shaped how it came together.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about these character designs? They're really strong. People in chat were calling out like the drivers, like it's Commissioner Gordon. No, it's who else? Commissioner Gordon. We got.
I think a lot of people really like the mustache.
The mustache is. It's yeah.
Let me see if I can grab some of the art that we were playing around with.
Oh, the paper one.
There's the paper one. Let me see if I can find that.
Craig in chat is saying people were saying Paul Newman, Gary Oldman. Yeah, so the mustache as an effect.
I think this was where's the voice chat? I'll throw it in here. Funny enough, the very first boss Boss was one of the initial designs I pitched. This is like just me messing around. I'm kinda glad
okay,
we
I
got to
see.
use that. I was like, that was cool.
Oh, that's great.
And then I also had watched Odd Taxi, so I tried going with a bit more of that vibe.
Oh, that's phenomenal. You know,
And
it never
then-
occurred to me until just now that we could use Discord this way.
Yeah.
So thanks for that.
And then I'm still trying to find it, but we wanted to do one of the original like doodles we had was the guy with the paperboy cap and his eyes kind of shaded out.
Oh, okay.
And that ended up Grad decided he was gonna he threw his hand at it, and then we slowly kind of worked from there. We ended up deciding to add facial hair specifically because somebody's Wayminh mentioned he looked like Joe Chill. We cannot shake the idea that he killed.
Yeah, for those who don't know, that's the person who
Batman.
shot Batman's parents.
Yeah. Yeah, so we don't want that.
Yeah, that's not quite.
I mean,
the
if he is Commissioner Gordon.
oh no.
Yeah,
But
with
I'm-
Commissioner Gordon in the shot. I don't know.
Yeah, I love Grad's work with the design. That was like here you go. Here's one of like the early. He looks like a mobster in this one.
Oh, this is so cool.
And then from there, I want to say the taxi driver is probably the one that got at least the most concept design, and then we kind of assigned the artwork for everybody else, and they kind of did their own thing behind at like their own time. So
Nice.
this is really the only, I guess, preview that we can get like show right now.
Wait, I think this is the one that we really like.
No, and it's very strong. I think that you probably so is there some like what's the process for like approval of designs, or is it kind of like anything goes? Like how did you guys? Who's sort of the director in this case?
So it was
Character dependent.
it was character dependent. The artists kind of came up with their own thing, and we kind of just threw it in the chat. Just said, "Hey, any suggestions?"
Like, the way it kind of worked is because we had different writers like per character, so the writer mostly dictated which design was the finalized one. But for ones that were more like general, it was more just like a consensus thing, or whichever one we liked most would go through.
That's a very free way of working. It's pretty impressive that you guys are able to gel like that. Is working like that? These sketches are great. Does working like that, has that ever been a problem, or do you guys pretty much know each other well enough and are able to do that consistently?
We did have a slow start initially. At one point, we were actually worried that we might not be able to finish the art, but we picked it up and we were able to get it out. So I guess it's mostly consistent.
That's great. That's wonderful. What were your biggest challenges when you guys, while working on this project?
Getting started for one.
Yeah.
Getting started.
Yeah, getting started.
Just getting off the ground. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I didn't even know how to do pixel art before this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a fun little process making all these weird drawings.
Dang.
I think one of the things this was for me, I helped with basically Fives and Ariane's whole storyline.
Oh, okay.
I just tried to shove like too much stuff into it. Like the cat was supposed to have 2 rat underlings originally in my story, and I tried shoving that in, but it became like too much, and I got it in like I think a basic outline and general information, and then Wayminh did a very good job in taking what I put and then writing it into what it is, or what like the end product.
Nice.
So
Well done. I really enjoyed the cat storyline. I'm so sorry for the voices, guys. I just, since it's kind of a I hope the voices were appropriate enough.
Oh, we love
They
the
were
voices.
good.
Yeah,
They
we
were
love the
great.
voices.
we were watching it. You nailed it.
Watching the entire time.
Invisible Kermit is canon now.
Okay.
And I just wanted to add basic while we were watching that you voice Griffin. Yeah, he's just naked back there.
He's just naked. Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. Lore says, always the problem, isn't it? Getting started. Yes. Yes, indeed. Just want to throw it out there for anybody that is in the chat right now. If you have any questions, go ahead and type them out, and I will grab them and hopefully see them. Tree says, "I knew it. You knew he was naked." Is there a favorite element that you guys have of the game's design, or something that you're most proud of?
I really like how everything meshed together.
Yeah, I've got to say, if I didn't know what the credits looked like, I wouldn't have thought this was like 6 different artists and 4 different storytellers like coming together and kind of pushing it all together. It feels very cohesive. I think that is something to be proud of. Anybody else?
I do want to say, I think what did help is basically we had Noodle act as our project manager. So he basically
somebody's got to do the dirty work,
and prevent it from derailing, especially me. Lots of him dealing with me.
Big hand to Noodle. It's got to be. I feel like that role is. There's a couple things that are undersung when looking at like a game jam game. I think the programming is one usually, and like sound design, and also like the person that is pulling everything together and doing the management. So yay, well done, NoodleDonut.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anything else that you guys are proud of, or have a favorite element?
I was just really happy that everything meshed together. I mean, like the art styles, like you said earlier, because we kind of just worked off each other. It magically turned out okay.
It's phenomenal. Can you guys? There's a surprising number of choices in this game, and this is a question that I ask everybody who does visual novels, because choices are such a big part. But how do you ensure that the choices in the game have a meaningful impact on the story?
Well, I think like one of the things, like obviously we have a lot of choices. Some definitely matter more than others, but the way I think we wanted to approach it was more like, because we wanted to feel natural. So like the course of the conversation, like the route you choose to take, determines the outcome overall. So we kind of wanted to keep that in mind when we were, keeping it like organic and not feeling like, oh, I picked the good option, that type of thing.
I feel like you really succeeded there, because I really felt like I got a good ending, but it didn't feel like I had to do anything special to do it. I just made choices that seemed organic. I don't know if I got an ending if I got a different ending, that if I would feel a different way about it. But I guess I'm gonna have to play the game again, aren't I? We have a question from Craig. Will there be a part 2?
Prequel time.
At the moment, there are no plans for that. But
at the moment,
it's not impossible for us to go back. We'll see. We'll see where that goes.
We were joking about it while watching the stream.
You're a Uber.
Dude, school's haunted.
Laura wants to know, since working on the project, have you had ideas for other projects moving forward?
Other projects? We do want to learn how to use Godot, the Godot engine.
Godot,
so we're thinking
okay.
about smaller projects on that just to kind of get us started. But for
Sorry,
now,
I'm not familiar with Godot. What kind of game engine is Godot?
It's like a open source 2D, 3D engine.
Oh, okay.
There's definitely one on the more like lightweight side of things.
Okay, so not really. Sounds like a pretty flexible thing. So not really geared towards, like for Renpai, for example, is pretty much geared towards visual novel development. So something a little more flexible.
Yeah.
Tree says, are there multiple endings?
There's not like multiple overall endings, but like each character kind of has like different ways their story can turn out.
Gotcha. That was kind of what I was getting. Like if I'd done something slightly different, then things would have, for that character, would have gone a little differently.
Just to like hint at it, the Citrus storyline has 4 endings.
Yeah.
And then
I think like 4.
For varying degrees, and then I would highly encourage you to replay, at least for the Headless Horseman. That's a very fun amount of like different endings you can get.
Oh really? Okay.
And they're not like fully, because some things you do with certain passages affect the Citrus one will affect the one with the werewolf. Same thing with Ariane and then 5s.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to a replay or 2. See, can you guys talk about what is it that this is a really beautiful, like I felt like all the stories had the heart of them were very nice. I got a good feeling playing them. What do you hope that players take away from the game when they finish?
Well, I think at least for the portions I worked on, for like the the Invisible Man, for example, a lot of that was drawn from my own life experiences. So
that was very.
Obvious.
I was going to ask. So, yeah, who wrote that one? Because that was very universal. Like, I think many of us have, felt that way and experienced those feelings. And I think it was very well portrayed. So, well done there.
Thank you.
I think like for me, like I didn't really work on any portions of the game story-wise or art-wise, but like I was like kind of playing the game from almost like a out-of-dev view, even though I was like seeing all the behind-the-scenes kind of thing. It's like one of those things where I find it very interesting that like it's very relatable to gamers, and not just gamers, but people who are casual gamers or serious gamers. Like if you got all the references, like you'd be like, oh haha, that was smart kind of thing. And there's also like small things like I think you missed it, but like the Quazo, or it's like Quazo. It's supposed to be a play on the croissant, but if you got the joke and you got the joke kind of thing, it's one of those like I feel like it's a very casual, like just casual fun game to play, like nothing too serious, nothing too crazy, but just like a quick short game that you can play like for fun.
To add, I think with Fives and Ariane's storyline, I pulled a little bit of here and there from, again, like Fives is kind of based on my cousin's two cats, a bit of my cousin's as well as myself. Like one of the cats is like she's a brat, spoiled to high hell. The second cat, it actually did belong to somebody. It had a chip in it, but
oh really?
Whoever owned it had left the cat. And they were feeding it, and so it just so happened they were like, oh, this cat likes people. They took him in, and they're like, okay.
Lore says, aren't all cats brats? Yeah, a little bit, probably.
No, not the cat that they took in. She's an angel. She loves being held and whatnot. She's nice.
That's wonderful.
Oh my god.
Thank you for that. That's great. So if you guys could go back and give your past selves one piece of advice when you started the project, what would that be?
Well, for me at least, originally the sound that I wanted to make for the menu in the cafe. Originally I was working on those pieces in Ableton, and then I ended up swapping over to Cubase, and I had no idea how this engine worked or how any of the instruments worked, so I ended up downloading over like 300 gigabytes of like different instruments just trying to figure something out. But like I have like a real-time job and everything too, so it was a bit hard to like kind of balance out the time and trying to learn a whole new engine with sound design and everything.
We're getting a raid. Sorry.
No worries.
Welcome.
Raid.
Welcome, No Zero. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you guys. We're just having an interview with devs of a game we just played, Spirit Driver. Appreciate you rating us. My name is mistershins. I play games with stories. We just caught us kind of at the end here. But what were you guys doing? What were you guys playing? And thank you for coming in. Saranone, Zarin, appreciate you. Spooktober games too. Okay, great. Yeah, so we just did Spirit Driver. We were also playing Spooktober games. We played Bad Manners and Death Love Repeat. I haven't gotten to those yet. I don't know if I'm going to get to them in time, darn it. Well, I hope they were great. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, we just did Spirit Driver, and we're talking with the devs of Spirit Driver. And if you need to raid and run, please don't feel bad. I don't want you to feel obligated to stay, but really appreciate you sharing your community with us. And so we already kind of covered what's next. Is there anything? Is there any other like thing that you wish you would have done when you started, or thing that you could have done better in the beginning?
Probably a little more pre-planning. Never hurts.
A little more pre-planning.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part with the pre-planning was we didn't know how much exactly we could do without breaking the rules. Because that's like...
We kept it to outlines and super early concepts, because I believe that's what was written on the thing.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, a bit more of that never hurts.
You never start too early. Yeah, I think a lot of people have said, with a 1 month jam in particular, like planning and like just getting going is that 1 month. A lot of people have said that 1 month can like sneak up on you, where you think, in the first week, you're like, oh, I've got 4 weeks. But then suddenly you're at the end of the third week. No Zero says, yeah, sorry for busting in you on your interview. Not at all. Thank you so much for coming in here, you guys. I really, really appreciate it. Is there anything else about this game or about your work that you guys would like to share that we maybe missed?
There was a couple of funny little parodies that we made in the process.
Parodies?
And,
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah,
no.
I made a bunch of them.
Parodies
just-
of this game?
Well, like for characters that didn't make it into the game.
I think
Yeah.
you can post them.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had a whole.
I'm
folder.
so intrigued. Yeah. I'm so intrigued.
Well, here's a tame one.
A tame one.
Like for the other. Well, here's a baby Garfield. For some
my
reason,
God.
I think my nephew asked me to make that. And then let's see. The detective looked kind of different.
Oh, yeah.
Zarin says, cute. I don't know why. I don't know why the detective was Jack Nicholson for me, but it was. It just hit me.
It worked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you guys thought it worked.
I can't believe the Joker and Commissioner Gordon were in the same car.
I didn't think of that. It's funny.
There's
Oh wait, hold on. Where's the moon? Where's the moon one? The moon edits.
Oh, we don't need to show
which
that.
one?
Oh, the moon edit.
We don't need to show that.
No. We got it. Where is
I'm
it?
pretty sure that was in voice chat.
Is that like Mega Man armor? What am I seeing?
That's
that's
Space Marine.
Space Marines. Oh, okay. Very nice.
Let's see. See if I can find it.
This is awesome. You
yeah,
guys
she
had a
was-
lot of fun doing this, I can tell.
Here we go. This is the one that like we were asking if she could please do it if she had time to add this face.
Oh no. For reference, I made that in Photoshop in like 10 minutes.
That's phenomenal. Unlockable content, like, yeah. Anyway,
The rest of it really is just replaying and trying to get the other endings.
I don't know if anybody can read that, but the moon is saying, like, why so serious? Oh, that's awesome. Well, you guys, thank you again so much for sharing your work and your time with us. I just want to kind of reintroduce everybody. We have Sushi, CitrusSushi, who did a story in the game. We have graduisc. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but they did art. Mashu, who did art and story. NoodleDonut, who did project management, story, programming, and art. Wayminh, who also did story, programming, and art. And Niji, who did the music for Menu and Cafe. Thank you guys so much for joining us and for sharing. I think I'm going to go ahead and hop out of Discord now and end the stream. Really quick, I just want to make sure, does anybody else have any questions? Tree says, thank you. I must ask, where will eggs be involved in this? Will there be any eggs? I don't...
Easter eggs? There's Easter eggs.
Easter eggs. Not just regular eggs. Craig says, thank you guys so much. We love the interview and the chaos. And Lore says, thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, we really appreciate you.
Thank you guys.
Wittershins.
Thanks for having us.
I want to say thanks for bringing the characters to life with voice.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Really like that.
My pleasure. I was so worried that my voice was going to give or something. I'm glad that I was very nervous, but appreciate that. I'll take it. Thank you. All right, I'm going to hop out of Discord here. Bye, everybody. Thank you again. Hopefully we get to do this another time. Have a good night.
Good night. Thank you all. Thank you for playing our game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you again, developers of Spirit Driver. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you for the raid, No Zero. I'm sorry that you came in right at the end here, but really appreciate that. Thanks, Jazz, for the raid tonight. And CitrusSushi and Atari. Appreciate all the raids and all the support. These streams are really important to me. We're going to go ahead and look for somebody to raid out to really quick. And as long as my voice is, as long as I still have my voice, I will be back on Wednesday. We're going to do 2 more jam games. We're doing 9 to 5 a.m. and Witchlight Woods. And the developers have both agreed to come and talk to us afterwards. So I hope you will join us for that. I'm seeing who I have on here. I think we're going to go raid Jack. Jack is doing Final Fantasy X. Jack is a bigger streamer. She also does voices and stuff sometimes, so she's a lot of fun. So we're going to go ahead and give her a raid. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Hope everybody has a good night.